In this 49th video, I speak on a very serious topic. The topic is rising criminal attitude, end of human civilization. Why I call it a very serious topic? Because it is concerned with the criminal attitude of the human beings. As all of you know, there is rising trend in the criminal attitude of the humans, fellow humans. And this may imply the initiation of end of human civilization in days to come. This is my personal feelings. It is my personal feelings, and this kind of activity, if it is continued further in days to come, a process may begin for the end of the human modern civilization. You know, everybody is watching very carefully, very seriously about the social situations, the political situations, economic situations that is there prevailing in the country, and almost all the countries, that is global situation, we are observing, the people are observing, the intellectuals are observing. You know, it is not a very uneducated people. Educated people also are committing offenses, committing crimes. And this kind of committing crimes is not restricted to one kind of category of people. It is a global trend, and it is not restricted to one particular class of people. The people belonging to all classes of people are committing this kind of offenses. Small offense or big offense, or maybe criminal offense and crime sometimes. So you know, starting with a small labor, they are committing small offenses, sometimes big offenses like rape and murder. Even middle class people are involved in this kind of crime. Even wealthy people, great people, and the people occupying the seat of power, the people, well-off people, wealthy people, rich people, and educated people, and intellectually very highly placed and matured people are also committing crimes, murders, rapes, and involved in the disputes, court cases. And you know, people are committing not only rapes and murders but also financial crimes. There are people who hack the bank accounts of the people, and they are squeezing the money online and causing heavy loss to the people who have deposited their money in their accounts. They are just losing the money by the bad and criminal attitude of the hackers. The people who are sitting far in a far off place, the corner, they are just hacking the accounts, bank accounts, and squeezing the money, resulting in the heavy financial loss to the victims. That is the people who have lost the money. This kind of activity really is against the human civilization, is against the moral values, is against the honesty and integrity of the people. So why the people who commit such financial crimes, hacking the bank accounts, don't think about all these situations, and why they are causing mental disturbance to the people and psychological disturbance to the people, and sometimes family disturbance. When the people lose their money in their bank accounts, definitely there will be disturbance in the family, so heavy disturbance in the family. This kind of situation should be noticed very carefully, and of course the prosecution, the police are alerting the people to be very cautious about their calls, phone calls, mobile calls. But still The hackers are very, very clever, and sitting in the far off place, they are committing such heinous crimes, squeezing the money online, hacking the bank accounts. This is one kind of financial crime, very, very serious crime. They are just attempting to break up the ATMs. It is public money, bank money. They are looting the ATMs. I don't know why the people commit such crimes. It is to be very, very carefully monitored. Why they loot the public money? Why they break down the lockers, that is the bank lockers, ATM machines, and they take the money. They loot the money. How far it is justified? How far it is justified? It is against the human civilization, against the morals, against the honesty and integrity. So this is how not only small people but people who are educated are committing involved in this type of crime. And the big people also, they're just taking the money from the banks as loans. They're just skipping, they're just leaving this country and settling somewhere elsewhere in some other country, and that is how they are causing heavy loss, resulting in the heavy damage, financial loss to the nation. Is it not a very, very heinous crime? Big crime it is. Financial crime is a very big crime because it is the public money. It is the public which who will be subjected to heavy loss, financial loss, and they are not able. Even country also will lose its economy, and heavy loss to the national economy. That's how the people who take these loans from the banks and involve in such crimes, money laundering cases, and unaccounted money they have, and just they transfer the money and without any proper means, and they involve in such financial crimes, causing heavy loss to the government, finance, economy. So people should think very seriously about this kind of financial crimes. Not only that, people, small people, even irrespective of the age, irrespective of the race, irrespective of the caste, irrespective of the education, level of education, irrespective of the level of their wealthiness, richness, they're committing crimes like murders, rapes, and abuse of women. So it is this kind of abuse of women is very, very, it has become a cosmopolitan, universal, global phenomenon, global trend. This kind of crime like murder, rape, and abuse of women, children, abuse of children, rape of small children has become a global trend. Why the people don't think about this very seriously? And once such crimes are committed, it is a heavy loss to the victims. The victims will not show their face in the social situations. They become very much disturbed psychologically, mentally, and they become victims, and they don't settle in their lives. It's a very, very serious crime. And so this kind of crimes are being committed globally. So people should think it very, very carefully, very seriously, and try to avoid this kind of crimes. Not only financial crimes, but also this kind of personal crimes, heavy, heinous crimes, dead and brutal crimes. And not only that, property disputes, small disputes to big disputes, starting with a small dispute to a very big dispute. People are resorting to property disputes, conflicts with regard to their property, and involving in the court cases, engaging the court cases. They are going to the courts for solving their conflict of the property, and also disputes of the property disputes. And sometimes it so happens that the people who are involved in the property disputes are resorting to heinous murders, very, very big crimes like murdering of people, the opposite groups, for the sake of settlement of the properties. their property rights. This is very, very bad, because simple property dispute should not lead to murdering people, murder of the people, murder of the opposite party, because it leads to the heavy loss to the families of the other party. It is not only they are going to be punished, but the other party also, who become the victims of such murders, get heavy loss. Their family, their loss in their families, their psychological disturbance it causes. They are subjected to humiliation and psychological disturbance. So all this kind of crimes should be avoided. Property disputes can be amicably settled either in the courts or in the presence of big people, and the people who can settle the issues. Elderly people can settle the issues. The village people, town people, or the cities means the big people can settle. The well-educated people, intellectuals can settle these property disputes amicably, and or else they can go to the courts. In the courts, the property disputes can be settled amicably. So this kind of things are happening globally, and this kind of rising criminal attitude is implying the initiation of the end of human civilization in the days to come. So one should be very, very careful, and not only these types of crimes. I said different types of crimes the people are committing. In fact, there is a rising criminal attitude among the mindset of the people globally. And is it not going to imply, is it not implying the ongoing end of the human civilization, ongoing initiation of the end of human civilization? So it is my personal feelings that if this rising criminal attitude continues further, it will definitely the end of human civilization in days to come. Thank you very much, dear viewers. If you like my video, kindly share, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.